Hello, this is Daniel Raymond, the voice behind Ray's Guide. One of the announced features of Alpha 3.17.2 is a new set of illegal delivery missions run out of Redwind at Reputation Level 2. Redwind, if you're not familiar with them, are a local delivery package service running out of Hurston. But compared to the other local delivery companies, they are less likely to ask who you are or what's in that box anyway. So, to get these missions, you first have to be in the general vicinity of Hurston and then build up the reputation with Redwind by first doing a qualification mission of delivering one box from one point to another. Then you need to do a net 5 successful missions that involve either taking 3 boxes from different places to one place or taking 3 boxes from one place to 3 different places. Both of these missions pay 8,000 Alpha UEC. I've commented in the past that these missions didn't really feel right, since real package companies have sorting facilities, so the missions would be to pick up packages from the sorting facility to multiple destinations, or from multiple senders to the sorting facility. A minor difference for sure, but a good one for realism. My recommended craft for these missions, even the advanced ones, is the Pisces. It flies quick, can park right next to the door, has easy access, and can easily carry the boxes plus some extras. It really illustrates how far you can go with just a starter ship. And I said a net 5 successful missions for a reason. Each failed mission in sequence sets you back one. And in the Wave 1 Open PTU, there are plenty of reasons why these missions fail. But if the server 30Ks while on a particular mission, it is unlikely to be the fault of the mission. But when you do reach runner status, you will see it under your personal tab, Discrete Pilot Needed. And at least as far as I was able to get to before deciding it was time to stop playing and start writing, the missions involve 3 distinct pickup and drop-out pairs. Unlike my previous comments, this makes sense. If you suspect that the cargo is illegal, the last thing you want to do is be found with it in your sorting facility. These pay 12,000 Alpha UEC, 1.5 times the Tier 1 3-box missions did. But there is another mission that arrives for Redwind at Level 2 Reputation, and that was introduced in a prior release. They're under the Delivery tab under General, and these pay 45,000 UEC, or over 5.5 times what the early 3-box missions do. These missions involve moving 3 boxes of completely legal cargo from one location to one destination. And the reason why they pay so much is that the pickup is in a combat zone between security forces and the Ninetails. In prior releases, that meant not simply being shot at, but also a risk of accidental crime stat from friendly fire. With 3.17.2, there is a friend identifier over the heads of the friendlies, and the Ninetails' armor is much more recognizable, so friendly fire crime stat is much easier to avoid. So my initial plan was to do a side-by-side financial analysis in UEC per minute between the legal and illegal mission types. But I was stymied for a few things. The first was unstable servers in the Wave 1 PTU, but the second was that both of the mission types had substantial side hustles that can substantially change the net income. And besides, what really is the appropriate premium for being in extreme danger versus minor legal risk for illegal cargo or failure to comply? Then even if I did calculate an earnings per hour, CIG could, with a tiny settings change, render it all obsolete. So instead, I'm just going to compare the 2 types of missions and give hints about how to maximize them, and then let you decide which is the right one for you. First, the illegal missions. You need to be near Hurston to get these, but all that I have seen so far has been in various locations in Crusader, so expect a long starting empty stretch. Many of the locations do not have landing pads, so a small craft that can easily land on a tiny patch of space near the door is ideal. That's a big part of the reason why I like the Pisces for these missions. There are 3 pickups and 3 drop-offs. But don't do all the pickups and then do all the drop-offs, because the pickup of one package might be the drop-off of another. It's hard to see as a list, but what I do is to take a bit of scratch paper and just put some dots in a circle, one for each location, and then draw arrows representing the from and the to of each package. Then it should be easy to visualize the sequential path to take. But then add one more dot, Grim Hex. You see, most of these locations will be drug labs where you can buy, for example, Widow, and then sell to Grim Hex. One little side trip like that will earn you more than the entire fee for the delivery mission. Makes you wonder whether the delivery mission is the side hustle for drug running, or if the drug running is the side hustle for the delivery mission. Either way, the drug legs radically improve the earnings rate per hour. But don't get greedy and think that you can fill up a freelancer with drugs. No place has enough demand to want to buy that much, so you will in fact waste lots of time waiting to sell them bit by bit as demand returns. The 4 SCU of the Pisces is enough to sell reliably. Now, you can get stopped for scanning by law enforcement, and the best thing to do in those instances is just hit the afterburner and bolt, Dukes of Hazzard style. The worst that will happen is you get a failure to comply charge, which can be cleared at Grabbing Hex. And you were planning on going there anyway, right? Now, the legal Red Wind Tier 2 delivery missions, for these I'll let them be described in-game by Ray. But first I will point out that when making these missions, always also have the Call to Arms mission for an extra little bonus, because you are going to be shooting Ninetails. Hey there, this is Ray. Y'all going to be picking up these 3 packages from one of these HDSF bunker facilities, usually on Hurston itself. Sometimes the top turret will be firing at you, and sometimes it won't. I guess it all depends on who's in control of it. If they're shooting at you, then side strafe while losing altitude fast, as apparently they will not be able to deflect below the horizontal. Now, usually I come up to these situations equipped with torso armor large enough to carry 2 rifles and a backpack of suitable size for miscellaneous found items. Obviously, I'm also going to bring a med gun and a couple of med pens. That should be obvious. Now, one of the rifle slots I will fill with my usual combat weapon, which because of my shooting style is usually a P4 AR with scope, silencer, and laser pointer. I'm more of a precision shooter than a spray and pray guy. Now, the other rifle slot I leave empty, along with my arms and legs. The reason is I'm going to be using them as attachment points for found items. So when I return to the elevator, I'm as often as not carrying the box that I'm delivering, plus a found rifle, found arm armor, and found leg armor, all in one trip. Then I drop all of them off at the elevator and return for the next box. Now, as to the boxes themselves, they's all gray with white markings, but they aren't very clear about which ones you're supposed to take and which ones you ain't. So you gotta pick them up and look close enough to tell the difference. Look for that serial number. So look at the gray boxes on the pallet stacks that aren't held down by the cargo straps, and then pick one up to see. Once I do get one of the 3, I'm usually not going to mess around with any other type of pre-staging, but take the box all the way back to the elevator, along with any other sort of miscellaneous armor parts and weapons I find along the way. This, of course, presumes that there ain't bullets flying through the air. If there's bullets flying through the air, well, then these has to be taken care of first. Once I get 3 boxes and other stuff, I take the elevator to the surface and then transfer everything to the ship, either with a tractor beam or loading it myself up, all of them, and carrying them multiple things at once, like I brought them to the elevator. And then it's off to drop-off point, and of course, next time I'm at a place selling armor weapons, I'm selling the rest of it. So now back to your narrator fella. So, what's actually the better mission to take? The 12,000 UEC illegal delivery mission, or the 45,000 UEC legal mission with Red Wind when you reach Tier 2 rep? Well, as you can see, there are too many variables about what you can get as side income, but more important, what is your perceived risk premium? Screw up on the bunker mission and decide to call for medical rescue, and there goes 15 of those 45,000 credits. Get made by law enforcement, there's a fine to be paid. So just throwing out a clickbait headline number, earn 50,000 UEC in 15 minutes, is lame and frankly misleading. You need to decide what is your risk-reward acceptability, and hopefully this has helped. And now for an update on our Grow the Channel Ship giveaway. First, we have our short-term giveaway of the Bar Citizen World Tour participation card, autographed by Chris and Sandy Roberts. That is running just for videos between June 15th and July 31st. That's coming up. And then we have the big ship giveaway. As of recording, we are at 79% of the subscriber goal and 75% of the membership goal to give away to some lucky player their choice of the Anvil Liberator, the ship shipping ship for shipping your ships, or the Misk Odyssey, the long-length look-ahead launcher lorry. 1 entry per video. Members are entered automatically, and if the winner is a member, as of the publication date of the winning video and at the drawing time, they will win both the Liberator and the Odyssey. For non-members, just subscribe and comment with the secret word.
I'm gonna mess you up!
And the secret word for this video is what Ray said needed to be taken care of before carrying the box back to the elevator. Fly safe, keep it real, and I'll see you in the verse. This is Danny Raymond for Ray's Guide.